Nice, honey. You won't stop till it's perfect, will you? Rhetorical question. I sure hope Joe Novak appreciates what a fabulous writer he's got doing his story.
That's not bad.
Not bad, he says. That's lovely.
What? Where?
Here. Describing the docks? Don't. What'd you do that for?
Too many adjectives.
I'm not going to compliment you if you're going to change it.
Well, it's not supposed to be lovely.
Oh. Listen, Hemingway. I've got the afternoon free. What are we going to do about it?
Well, what you're doing right now is very nice.
All afternoon?
Oh, well, for starters, and then we'll see what we can do later, huh?
Ah, sounds intriguing.
I won't be here very long.
You're going to make a big splash with this, you know. It's a fascinating character study.
Well, I won't have any trouble selling it, no, but what I'd really like to do is expand it into a series of articles, you know, dig deeper into Joe's character and his years on the docks and the fishing operation.
Oh, men against the sea and all that, huh?
Hey, Mira, don't knock him. You know, it's not easy for a guy like Joe to stay on the up and up. You know, people assume that because of his family connections and that he's successful, that he's got to be a crook.
And you're sure he isn't?
Well, I am sure that he's a fascinating character, like you said, and he will sell newspapers.
What I said was that this is a fascinating character study. I was admiring your work, not your subject. What are you grinning at?
Your reaction to Joe?
Well, I can't help it. And don't ask me to explain. You're not a woman you couldn't understand.
Well, it's just not like Mary Ryan to form snap judgments about anybody.
It's not Snap. Definitely not Snap. I've interviewed him. I talked to him on the phone, bumped him into at Ryan's a few times. And every time I get that same creepy feeling about him.
Creepy? Joe?
Yes, creepy. Creepy Joe.
I think what you mean is that Joe Novak is an inveterate flirt.
What I mean is Joe Novak is a creepy inveterate flirt.
Hello, Joe. What can I do for you?
I'm not interrupting you, am I?
No, Mary and I are just discussing syntax.
No, I just wanted to touch base. How's it coming?
The article. Finished. Well, the latest draft, anyway.
That's great. I'd like to see what you got. Is that possible?
Well, sure. Where can I get it to you?
Well, see, that's the problem. I'm way out here. Look, Jack, why don't you come out to Sheepshead Bay? You can spend the afternoon on a dragger.
On what?
A dragger. It's a fishing boat. You'll get some sun, catch a fluke or two, and I can read the story.
Joe, you are talking to a man who is in the terminal stages of writer's pallor. Sounds wonderful.
Great. I'll send the car over. You need one.
Now, save the gas. I'll take the subway. D train, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'll pick you up at the station in about an hour.
I'm on my way. I'm gonna take this out to Joe. I'll do the editing on the train.
For some reason, I knew you were going to be busy this afternoon.
Oh, you're home this afternoon, Mary.
Oh, that's right. I am.
I'll find some other way to get
No,
this to Joe, and
At least the shoes on the other foot for a change.
Here, I'll tell you what. You come with me. Joe won't mind. We'll both go on the boat. We'll get some sun.
Oh, no. I'm not going on a boat with creepy Joe. No, but you go ahead. And my afternoon delight will be knowing that Mr. Novak is all yours.
Seneca.
What do you want?
Has Frank gone back to Washington?
Come in. No, he hasn't, not yet, but you don't want to talk to Frank.
No.
Well, you should have phoned first. I mean, fortunately, he's not here now, but I don't know when he'll be back.
This won't take long.
All right. What?
What happened to that board meeting? What the hell were you trying to prove?
prove anything. I was trying to do what we agreed I should do. I pledged $3.5 million, and I proposed a plan to raise it.
We didn't agree that you try to take over the meeting.
Seneca, what's going on? You backed me at that meeting. You supported every suggestion I made.
Yes, I did, and it was a mistake.
Something's happened, hasn't it? Has Frank been over to see you?
No, it's Jillian. After you bullied her, she wants to drop out of the project completely.
Is that all?
Oh, I can't allow that.
Why not, if that's what she wants to do?
Well, you seem to forget I created that project for Jill. For Jill and for me. She can't walk.
Look, I understand your problem, but what do you want me to do about it?
I want you to resign from the board.
What?
Jill resents you. I want you to resign.
You would turn down $3.5 million because Jillian resents me?
No, I want you to leave your funding offer as it stands and trust me to represent your position on the board.
You're not serious.
I don't know any other way to keep Jillian and to continue the project.
Let me try to get this straight. You want me out, but my money in, and I am to trust you with my interests. All this to keep Jillian from leaving the project. Do you think I'm an idiot?
I'll put it this way. All that to keep Jillian from leaving me.
Is there a probability of that?
Yeah. A very real one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold on to her. This project is the one weapon I have left. I'm trying to use it to keep her here.
Keep her here?
Well, there's been talk about San Francisco, a job interview.
She can't do this. Not now. She can't.
I wondered how that might affect your marriage plans. If Jill were free, if Frank knew she were available or about to be.
But you said she's going away.
How sure are you that Frank wouldn't follow her?
No, you're making much too much of all of this. Now, Frank loves me, and the wedding date is set, and everything is planned.
Ray, I am presenting you a scenario that could become reality tomorrow. Now, Jill is irrational. I'm trying to save my marriage, which would be a direct benefit to you. She thinks that I'm trying to control her, that you're taking over the project. Damn it. I mean, I came up with this idea to bring us closer together, and instead she's...
She's left you, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's left the apartment. She wants a divorce.
Is it too late to stop her?
I hope not.
Well, of course, I'll immediately resign from the board.
Yeah, it's a first step.
Whatever else you want me to do, anything.
Listen, I don't want anybody to know about Jill or what we talked about today.
Of
Understand?
course not.
All right. Above all, don't say anything to Frank.
No, I'll find all the right things to say to Frank. I'll fix that. Just you do the same with Jill.
So, what do you think?
Nellie, you got the gift. Got a few typos in here, pal.
Let's talk content, huh?
Okay. It is fair to me, but then again, I always knew it would be. There's something tells me that maybe you trust me, maybe you think that I am really straight and I run a legitimate business.
Am I correct about that?
Yeah, but it's a lonely position.
Well, it won't be once that article's sold.
You sure you can sell it?
No problem. People are always interested in that kind of in-depth study. Besides, you're a man of mystery. We're going to open you up for everybody to see.
That's what I wanted. You didn't pull any punches either. You surprised me.
Yeah? How?
Well, there's any number of things you could have capitalized in here. Sensational stuff. You know, that's what people really want to read about, isn't it?
Well, that's what they expect to read. But, sure, I could have sold you quicker as a stereotype, but you wouldn't be as durable, you wouldn't be as interesting. Besides, I promised you I'd stay away from that stuff.
Must say it was unusual that a reporter, or any outsider, give a guy like me a fair shake.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm digging.
But I'm digging inside. I want to know what makes you tick.
Okay, but if you had found something, something you didn't expect. What
Like a link between you and Tiso Novotny's activities. I'm a reporter. I'd have used it.
And your readers know that, right? Then we both got what we wanted.
Basically, I just wanted to show the facts are not irreconcilable. You can be close to your uncle and still not be involved in his questionable activities.
Yeah, Tizo's my uncle. He practically raised me. I love him. That's all I can tell you about it. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't talk to me about family loyalty. I know that, especially since I married into the Ryans.
Hey, have you convinced Mary yet that I'm not just a stereotype?
Well,
He thinks I'm a shady character, doesn't he?
we have discussed, Joe.
Yeah, I think I picked up on a bit of that discussion
Well,
on the phone today.
I'd say she's a little cautious where you're concerned.
Cautious? Oh, well, cautious. No, I didn't catch cautious on the phone.
She'll come around. I don't know. Maybe it's growing up in an orphanage. Maybe it's all those years in the docks with Jumbo, hell, the Army. But I feel that I've got a sixth sense about people. I know who I can trust. It's never failed me yet, so I go with it.
Feelings mutual.
Thank you.
Listen, Jack. Somebody's turning Siobhan off me. I don't guess it's you.
You, suggesting that it's Mary?
Well, the thought had occurred to me.
She wouldn't do that.
There are obstacles between Siobhan and me. I don't know what, but Siobhan's having trouble letting go of something. Now, what I want to do is I want to find out what those obstacles are and eliminate them one by one.
You really are interested in her, aren't you?
Don't tell me you've been so involved in his article you haven't noticed.
I have some.
Yes, I am extremely interested. She's a unique lady.
Agreed.
And I want her to feel the same way about me. According to your article, I'm no fool. I know a good thing when I see it. I get what I want by legitimate means.
Sounds familiar, yeah?
You're my friend, Finelli. You trust me, Siobhan doesn't. Put in a good word for me, will you?
I thought the door was closed. Seneca, I don't want to talk. I'm just straightening out some loose ends, please.
I'll be brief.
Not now.
Forever?
I just want to keep things the way they are.
Where are they, Jillian? You're taking off for God knows where, working on marriage? Have you stopped to realize the destructive path you're on? I don't think you've thought for one instant that the pain that this hysteria is causing.
You know, I have done everything I can to make this marriage work, to the point of exhaustion. And now I'm going to do what I set out to do months ago, and I don't want you to try to stop me.
I have one more proposal to make.
Fine, I'll listen. Then I want you to leave my office and leave me alone.
Jillian, I think... Look, it's obvious to me, it's obvious to everyone that you're not thinking straight. Now, why don't you just take some time out and look at us objectively?
Is that your proposal?
No, that's just the preface.
Okay, so why don't you finish?
I'm willing to leave the apartment for as long as you want, a week, whatever. I'm moving to the hospital. Now, you take that time and you think things out calmly and rationally.
No.
Jillian, I have Ray's promise that she will resign from the board. She'll leave her money in, but she won't participate in any way. You'll be free to head up the project without any further interference.
It's really interesting that now you admit there was interference.
So whatever you feel was the problem, I'm willing to try to correct it.
That's not the point. We have crossed the line. We are where we are, and there is no going back. I mean, we've tried too many times. You know, I really wish with all my heart that I could say that it was different. But the marriage is just not salvageable.
You could cancel the San Francisco trip. Come home.
No. No, I've got my reservations. I'm interviewing for a job that I know I'm going to get. So, pack up my things. I'll send for the rest. And the lawyers can take care of everything else.
I'm not even going to consider that possibility.
I think that we have said all we need to say.
Jillian, if you insist on this trip, of course I can't stop you. Maybe you can use this time to think things out calmly. Perhaps when you return, we'll be able to continue this conversation.
I want to say goodbye now.
All right. Goodbye. But don't make the mistake of thinking that you're burning your bridges behind you. Your life is here with me.
You have a little time before your plane leaves. Why don't you sit down and let me tell you some fantastic news?
I have to make one more phone call, Ray.
Well, maybe it's one I can make for you. I really think you'd like to hear this.
No, I don't think you'll want to make this call. It's to Jill. It's about the memorial. I have to discuss our next meeting, let her know when I'll be back in town.
Well, that's a coincidence because my news is about Jill and the project.
Go on.
Well, Seneca came to see me this afternoon, and he was very disturbed about the board meeting and the way I mishandled it. I apologized, of course, but like you, he's very concerned about Jill, and he doesn't want her to be upset anymore like that, and he's determined to remedy the situation.
How?
By keeping the stress minimal, so that the memorial doesn't interfere with all the good things that are going on between them now. And since I seem to be a prime source of stress, I've agreed to get out of their hair.
Ray, I don't understand.
Seneca asked for my resignation from the board, and I gave it to him. I will still continue to raise money, but I will no longer be involved with policy.
You mean that?
Yeah. Oh, darling, they've had their hard times, but they've worked so hard to solve it all. I mean, Seneca was so sweet and protective, but very adamant about not wanting her to be under any tension for the next few months. And under circumstances, well, I was happy to oblige.
You see, Ray, I'm not clear what the circumstances are.
Well,
What's changed since yesterday when you were determined to be on the board?
I don't really know myself, but it seemed to me that Seneca was hinting.
Hinting what?
I think he was suggesting very strongly that he and Jillian are expecting a child. I gather Jill's pregnant.
Me to promote you to Siobhan. You're serious about that?
You're damn right I am.
I'm not the John Alden type.
Look, Jack, it didn't take me long to figure out that you and Siobhan were close. It was obvious that night we all had dinner together. She kept looking to you for approval and everything. I mean, she respects you, right? I mean, she respects your opinion. You tell her what a terrific find I am.
Tell her yourself.
I've tried. She doesn't believe me.
Look, Joe, I've talked to Siobhan about you, and I didn't give her a hard sell because you wouldn't want that, and she wouldn't stand for it anyway. But I was definitely positive. If Siobhan is reluctant to expand your relationship, I'm sure it has nothing to do with anything I've said to her or anything that Mary's said, I'm sure.
Okay. I get the picture. I wouldn't want to do anything that you think's out of line.
Well, it's up to her.
Yeah. You don't blame me for trying, do you?
Not at all.
Hey, that's one of mine. You better hold your ears. She'll be heading up the coast about 20 miles out. My other boat's over there.
What's her range?
Well, hell, we've gone as far north as Nantucket. South to Virginia, Hatteras even. See, she'll go out and she'll pair up with another boat. You get 2 draggers, haul a net between them, you catch lots of fish. So, what do you think of my backyard?
One gorgeous way to spend a day.
You can tell her that, can't you?
You've got a one-track mind today.
Yeah, I know. But I got the feeling if I don't get some help on this, it's going to be all over before it starts.
Okay, I'll tell her about the boat.
Good. Tell her about the water and the breeze and the great suntan she'll get. And
I'll mention everything.
Good. Don't forget fish. Fish are very important.
Fish?
I'll make sure you bring one along with you.
Fish, it's enough just to spend a day out here.
I know. You ought to see the sunset. Or better still, watch it come up. That'll take your breath away.
What time do we start back?
We'll be going back pretty soon. Usually a boat like this stays out 2 or 3 days. So that's when you catch the fish. Look, Jack, when we get back, I'm gonna be driving uptown if you'd like a lift. You got it.
Thanks. I'd like to go up to Ryan's. I'd appreciate it.
Good. I got an errand at Ryan's myself.
Wouldn't have anything to do with Siobhan, would it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have something to discuss. But I'll talk to her after you do.
What if the perfect guy for you is in LA or DC or New York City? Get ready to take a Holidate, a new original reality series, all new this Wednesday at 10 on SoapNet.